Maintaining a high quality of living in St.Albert is part of Council's ongoing work, but things like Villeneuve Airport expansion and additional recreation facilities are topics for future years. St.Albert Mayor Nolan Crouse spoke with us about Council's priorities for 2012.
How will the completion of the north side of the Henday affect St. Albert's future? In what ways?
Obviously, with the Anthony Henday now closing the gap in the region, we're really poised to take that another step. So that is a key priority for us in the next several years. In 2012, we've got a couple of things that are very important. One of them is we have two industrial parks that are within our community. We're looking to allocate a third land for the third park. The different industries that we would look to attract would be in the technical industry or in green industry. A lot of green industry looking to St. Albert, service industry for the region. So as opposed to heavy industrial support, it's really light industrial. Another part of the transportation corridor is the destination to the north end of Edmonton for the LRT is just on the St. Albert boundary. So we have worked with Edmonton, and we're currently working with the provincial government to put a large park and ride, a 1,500 stall park and ride, right at the St. Albert, boundary to Edmonton, and that becomes the north extension of the LRT as far as Edmonton's concerned. So that's a very important transportation corridor when it comes to moving people.
That includes further expansion of St. Albert's roadways system. And there's a question of housing diversity and affordable housing.
What's important for us is making sure that we have starter homes, making sure that there's homes for young families, because our population has maintained about 20,000 population for the last 10 to 15 years under the age of 19, but we're flat as opposed to growing. So, you know, aging will naturally occur in terms of moving the population one way. So what we must make sure we do is provide the housing and all the support systems that are there for younger families.
And the Sturgeon River will receive more attention in future.
We've got 4 or 5 initiatives that are to preserve the Sturgeon River. We're doing a major rebuild of the Riel Park, the soccer and rugby fields, to remove the soccer rugby fields, clay cap those fields so that there's no leaching into the river. We have salt removal, grit removal programs, as well as making sure that there's a full river system study done so that we look at the river as an ecosystem unto itself and making sure all the things are in place relative to that river. We're a population of 60,000. We're one of the safest communities to live in Canada, named the best place to raise a family in Canada. Now, what's important is that everything you do must continue to try to reinforce the good family values and the safe values. And the challenge is that as society changes or as the region gets bigger, is to make sure you maintain all those things and it's in our own identity. So yes, it's a challenge, but on the other hand, that's the one thing being a smaller municipality compared to Edmonton. You have the autonomy and the ability to influence those things on a day-to-day basis.
Tim Dancy, Shaw TV, Capital Region.